third-party developers are hard at work on the other consoles, and what can we say? We're kind of jealous.
Let's go.
So we have these third-party developers. We do have a lot working on the Switch, but there are more still that we could really use.
Yeah.
That the experiences, they need to come to the Switch. They
Right.
need to be Nintendo's developers too.
Supposedly this is the hit that you take as a Nintendo fan, that you don't get
The third-party
games.
support.
But really, Nintendo Switch is doing so well that this really could turn around. We hope it turns around, and if it does, here are the games that we want to see on Nintendo consoles. And
Yes.
I want the Mordor games. Shadow of Mordor. I think it's called War for Mordor.
I think so. Something. War for Murder.
And I haven't really even seen this game, but I've just heard it talked about in podcast reviews, and also hearing the news about this new one. I know that there's a very unique nemesis system in this game, which is unlike any other game that's been released yet. And I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, and I like those games because I could get my war fix without it being too nasty, you know?
I see.
So I think this would just be a lot of fun.
And it would be a perfect opportunity for them to bridge the gap between people who are playing Breath of the Wild and people who are going to play another open-air adventure game. I keep using that term, but what can I say? Overwatch, I think it would be fun to see on a Nintendo console.
Totally.
And they've been asked, I think it's Blizzard that's developed Overwatch. They've been asked, are you going to develop for the Switch? And the guy who's in charge says, developing for the Switch would be very challenging, but we're not going to completely count it out.
Yeah.
And it's like...
And he cited reasons such as specs, and that it is a portable system and an online game. But, I mean, if you think about it, it's going to be the same exact deal with Splatoon.
Yeah.
So it's not unheard of for there to be a game that you should be at home to play. It'd be nice if we got Overwatch if there was some kind of training or campaign mode with that game that we could play on the go. But I would love to see Overwatch. People just are raving and raving about it.
I really want to play it, but I'm afraid now that if I start, there will be complete noob slaughter. I will be a Christmas noob when I join, whenever that happens.
I know. I think that it's like the Smash Bros. Of shooters. Just how character-driven it is.
Yes.
How everyone has their own special abilities and stuff. I also love to see the Arkham games, like a compilation, because I've missed all of these. Like Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight. There's so many.
Yes.
Arkham this, Arkham that. There's a new one in development. And we even got it on Wii U.
We did.
So this is not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not. And maybe, I mean, the Wii U version, it was unique in that it had the Wii U gimmicks to it that weren't on the other consoles.
Yeah, it's had that on the back of the box. Wii U gimmicks.
Yes. This game is more gimmicky than the other versions. But it is possible to see it, and I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're aware of this game. It has just come out recently. This game is called Disc Jam.
What is that? Is that DJ Hero and NBA Jam put together?
Not quite. You know how Rocket League has that kind of, sports feel where, you join online and you play a sportsy game with a bunch of other people and it's competitive?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so this game is you're basically throwing a frisbee back and forth.
Okay.
And this is a PS4 game, and I got to play with my brother a little bit. I know, taboo, I played a game that wasn't on a Nintendo console. But it's a lot of fun. You're trying to get the frisbee to either go past the opponent or land in their section, almost like tennis. And it is an absolute blast. It's an indie developer, which I don't know if because they're indie, they don't have the ability to develop for the Switch. But
they should.
They should.
Did you read my blog?
No, I didn't.
There's a really good blog on twobuttoncrew.com about indies and the Switch. Development kits are super cheap.
Get it together, Disc Jam people.
Like $450.
Wow.
And
that's like...
Developers are getting their games up and running in between 1 and 14 days. Or like 0.5 and 14 days. All right? Read the whole article.
That is craziness. Yeah. Get it together, people. You can do it.
And then, speaking of Rocket League, that reminded me of this one game. Rocket League.
Rocket League. Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's not fair that everyone else gets to have so much fun. And it doesn't come to Nintendo platform.
What do we have? Blast Ball? We have Blast Ball, and they get Rocket League.
Don't swear in this household.
This homeless household.
Homeless den.
No, you know what? I want to clear the air, and I want to say that I'm very thankful to my parents who are currently housing my wife and I as we are in transition. Thank you. We're not in a homeless shelter. If you were actually wondering if we were.
So that was your dad picking his nose the other day?
Yes, he was sitting down over there picking his nose.
Thought he looked kind of like you.
So there's this game that I didn't hear about until researching for this episode called Lego Worlds. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I saw like the box art.
See, I've heard of Lego Dimensions, which was for Wii U, but Lego Worlds is like you can build your own Lego world.
Whoa, like Minecraft?
Yeah, basically like Minecraft, but with Legos. And it's like, who doesn't want to play that? That's perfect for Nintendo.
First of all, why didn't I think of that idea before? Second of all, why didn't Lego fire back with that like 5 years ago?
Seriously.
That's really smart.
I mean, they have it for the other systems, which is good for, parents who have the system.
Yeah.
And there are not many games for their kids. But this is perfect. You can customize your own world.
Wow.
And make levels and stuff. And it's like,
that sounds very exhilarating.
Perfect for Switch.
Whether this comes to Switch might depend on how well Lego City Undercover sells.
That's true.
Although that's a port. So will it sell as well as the original game? Probably not. But we'll see. And lastly for me, I would love to see Destiny, which is like the old Halo developers. And it's massively multiplayer online. And my boss at work really likes this game. So that could help me get on his even better side.
Hey, you want to play some Destiny?
Right. And this is like the main game I feel like I'm missing out on. Because when I heard like
big one.
It was even on Xbox 360, I almost scrambled to pick that up to play on my 360, which is now 3 Xboxes old. Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Xbox Scorpio. But anyway, it's not as good of an experience on 360, so I'd love to have an updated version.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Destiny is something that you are missing out on. I've played it, and it is fun.
Thanks.
And you haven't.
Wow.
Now, we sent this question out to our Patreon people, and they were able to have input on this episode. And because of one of their answers, because of a game that is no longer in development, happened upon one of these lists. I want to see Maverick Hunter on Switch, and I know that's a pipe dream. But if you don't know what Maverick Hunter is, we had an episode on it way on back, I do believe. So go check that episode out. I hope I was pointing to the right place.
Right, because, top right
corner.
Yep,
top right. Yep.
That was a close
so,
one.
Maverick Hunter.
We almost failed as YouTubers, but we didn't.
No, we didn't.
All right, let's read our excellent Patreon input for this episode. I will take my internet man crush, Glenn. Number 1, Mega Man Legends 3. Yeah?
Yep.
Ace Attorney. I think that will happen.
I think so.
Monster Hunter, I think Japan will make sure that happens.
I think so, too.
Mega Man Legends 3, good idea.
I think so.
Great idea. Shenmue 3 or Shenmue 1 and 2 HD.
Or all 3. Shenmue Trilogy.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Shenmue Trilogy. Number 6, the Dark Souls series. I've heard this is kind of Zelda-y.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
I know they say it's very difficult.
It's becoming a genre.
I've played it and it is very difficult.
Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, or whatever the next game in the series is.
Virtua Fighter.
Sometimes you don't know. Do I want the latest thing that came out like last year, or do I just want them to point their sights forward? Number 8, Mega Man Legends 3. That's interesting.
I think that's an interesting pick. I think I would agree with that one, though.
If Capcom could represent it.
Yep.
Number 9, AAA games from major publishers. Okay, we're getting a little general here. Oh, good. There's another specific.
Yeah, another specific one at number 10.
Mega Man Legends 3 or Mega Man Legends 1 and 2.
And the Misadventures of Tron Bonne.
Who's that?
Tron Bonne is one of the characters.
I lost interest. All right.
She actually made it into Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Good.
Anyway.
Good for Trump bum.
Somebody, okay, new t-shirt idea. Yeah. Trump Bonne. Trump bum.
The name's Bum. Trump bum.
Oh, so many ideas. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Should I pronounce it Thierry?
I've been
Theory?
saying Theory.
Thierry?
Thierry. Let's call him Game Theory.
Game Theory. Suggested Bayonetta 3. Is it a he or a she? I don't know our Patreon.
Well,
our patrons
I don't know. It's like a cartoon avatar of Link. So
okay.
Get to
They say a Final Fantasy game. Bayonetta 3. A Final Fantasy game.
Yep.
Although Final Fantasy 15 is probably never happening. I'd say a new No More Heroes, which looks like it's in development, but that's already in the works. A proper full-fledged Monster Hunter, which Glenn had mentioned.
I'd be confident on that one.
Which seems likely to come eventually anyway, as I can't see Capcom putting out yet another one on 3DS, which is probably not likely. No. I love a new Endless Ocean, although I can't remember if those were second or third-party games.
I think they're second.
I think they are second-party games.
Or first.
They might... No, I don't think they are. I think we would have talked about them more if they were.
I think we talked about them in our How Do You Divide Up the Developers episode.
Did we? So we'll have to go back and see that. A proper Story of Seasons, formerly Harvest Moon. Okay, yeah, that's very popular. A new Rogue Squadron. Yes, since Factor 5 is apparently back from the dead. Although I'd take an HD remake of the older games. And while we're on that topic, I wouldn't mind Okami HD. Which would be so cool.
Wow, did he just become your man crush?
Yes.
If he's man?
Yes.
We need to get to know you more, Theory, please.
Yes.
There's someone I think you might be on Twitter, but maybe you're not. We need to talk.
The multitude of names that each person has nowadays is hard to keep track of.
I know. We are Two Button Crew everywhere on the internet.
Indeed we are.
So thank you for that wonderful input. I think we should put Theory and Glenn in charge of Nintendo Switch.
We should.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew.
Don't forget to check out our website, www.twobuttoncrew.com, where we have content every single day of the week.
See you guys next time.
Signing out.